Hello friends, you might wobble a bit because I'm recording on a bed. Minimal hierarchy, maximum friendliness. This month, in comparison to last, we are celebrating how friendly we are, and cooperative and relational. So that's everyone across the board. Gender, age, culture, the globe over, we are actually innately friendly and caring and helpful. But you wouldn't know it if you watch the news. But if we look around, it's true. So kindness is our default, and distortions arise from these systems and hierarchies that have developed in recent ages that reward domination and they suppress empathy. If you'd like evidence, read the book Humankind by Rutger Bregman. So Humankind, the book, it spans anthropology, psychology, history, and actually when we look at the evidence, you can see across the board the pattern is striking. For most of our time on Earth, as humans, we have lived in communities with minimal hierarchy and people shared resources. Power rotated and we kept one another in check, not through domination, but through relationship. So connection was the organizing principle. Nowadays we have civilization. And civilization is in many ways extraordinary, but it has introduced these social orders that we take for granted. We don't even think about. There's some hierarchies that we live in, the inequality that we take for given, and also these competitive structures that are everywhere in education, in workplaces, across the board. So forms of power have emerged that shape behavior more strongly than biology even. They amplify traits like greed and competition and domination, which were once very rare. Let's take aggression. It's often situational, a response to structure rather than some innate truth. For example, consider soldiers in the world wars. And research has shown that they did not go into war driven by hatred. They went into war because they were seeking camaraderie. They needed to belong to their group. Even on battlefields, there were spontaneous moments of refusal where, for example, in the 1914 Christmas truce, the guys just got up out of the trenches and started to sing and share food and play football, and then for weeks after refused to fight. Connection just emerges sort of effortlessly when we're together, but violence is taught and trained and enforced. Why is this important? Because what we believe about the world influences the way we treat each other and the world we create. For example, if we believe others are cruel, evil, greedy, then we start to treat people like that, especially those who we don't see as being like us. In Ode to Evidence-Based Optimism, here are some myths that we can dismantle that come from these patriarchal dominant-based stories, which say men are naturally violent, that war is inevitable, and that hierarchy is human nature. So it's not true. The truth is that most humans are actually kind and they avoid killing at all costs, even in battle. It's been shown. It's very hard to stand opposite someone and harm them. Cooperation and friendliness have been our evolutionary superpowers, and aggression is situational. Kindness is our default. It's more our institutions, it's not our psychology, that really distort behaviors. In the spirit of new myths, our sensory experiments taken from the book Humankind's 10 Principles for Living, we're going to change those into embodied practices, or transform them into embodied practices, drawing from somatics, Ayurveda, pranayama, arts, and psychology. A few I have mentioned before, but that's because they work.